Update 4. Maddie knows something's wrong. Previous posts linked above trigger warning. Emotional manipulation. Child illness. I wasn't going to post again this soon, but I just put Maddie to bed, and I can't stop crying. She asked me tonight if her surgery was canceled. She's never used that word before. Delayed, maybe. Later, sure. But canceled? That hit me like a truck. I asked where she heard that, and she said, "Some girl at school said Aunt Sierra spent my surgery money on a vacation." I swear my vision went red. Let me be clear. I never told Maddie what happened. I was waiting for the right time, or at least for some progress from the police before I gave her the full story. I didn't want to put the weight of Sierra's betrayal on her tiny shoulders. I didn't want her to know how ugly family can be. But I guess Sierra took care of that for me. Here's what I pieced together. One of Sierra's little high school friends, someone who still lives here, someone I used to babysit, shared Sierra's live stream meltdown and said I was punishing her for being more successful. That friend's younger cousin goes to school with Maddie. You can fill in the rest. Kids pick up everything. And small towns? They magnify every rumor. I sat Maddie down after dinner. I didn't go into detail, but I told her some of the truth. Someone took the money we saved for your surgery, but I promise I'm doing everything I can to get it back, and we are still going to get you the care you need. She nodded. Quiet. Didn't ask who. But she knew. God, she knew. She went to her room and started sketching in silence. When I peeked later, I saw what she'd drawn. A girl on crutches, standing on a beach. I'm not okay. I'm tired of pretending I am. I've been doing everything I can to hold it together, working overtime, filing reports, keeping the house clean so Maddie doesn't feel the stress. But tonight I just sat on the kitchen floor and cried until Kira called me to check in. That S when she told me the latest. Sierra S now saying I am mentally unstable and obsessed with ruining her career. She posted a TikTok today, talking vaguely about a toxic relative who S weaponizing a child, S illness for clout. People in the comments are calling me a narcissist. One said, "This is why you don't let bitter single moms near your brand." I've never even used TikTok, and now I'm being accused of exploiting my daughter? Small town fallout update. I went to the pharmacy yesterday and ran into Mrs. Whitmore, who used to be my middle school math teacher. She hugged me and said, "Don't let this destroy you. People are starting to see the truth." That meant more than I expected. Some people are talking, yes, but others are quietly watching. And I hope, they're realizing who Sierra really is. Kira told me someone anonymously messaged the new GoFundMe page offering to match up to $5,000 in donations. I don't even know who it is yet, but I broke down crying at the thought that someone still believes in us. Legal update. Mr. Beck says the subpoena came through. The account Sierra transferred the money to is in her name. That's about as solid as it gets. He's preparing the criminal complaint now. She'll be served soon. I wish I could say I feel vindicated. But honestly, I just feel empty. This isn't just about the money anymore. It's about the fact that my own sister saw my daughter's pain and thought, how can I use this for me? She didn't just steal our money. She stole Maddie's sense of safety. She stole my ability to lie to my daughter and say, family would never hurt you. Update 5. My mom said I should have just let it go, so she got served. I got the call yesterday afternoon from Mr. Beck. Sierra has officially been charged with theft by deception and wire fraud, both felony-level offenses. The paperwork was hand-delivered to her apartment by a local officer. According to the officer's notes, she tried to say she had no idea what any of this was about and slammed the door. But I know her. I know she saw it coming. And so does our mom. Let's talk about Donna, my mother. I've been avoiding this because it's a whole storm of emotional rot I haven't wanted to dig through. But after the phone call I had with her this morning, I can't keep protecting her anymore. She called me at 8 a.m. "No, how are you?" No, how's Maddie? Just, why would you humiliate your sister like this in public? You know she struggles. I was so stunned I actually laughed. Like, a full breathless laugh because it was either that or scream. I said, she stole $18,000 from Maddie's medical fund. This isn't humiliation, it's consequences. Donna just sighed and launched into this whole thing about airing dirty laundry and how families should handle things privately and how Sierra's been under a lot of pressure lately. I asked her, did she tell you what she did with the money? Silence. I kept going. Did she tell you she posted a TikTok calling me unstable? That Maddie found out at school because one of your daughter's groupies ran their mouth? And you know what Donna said? Maddie's young, she'll bounce back, but Sierra's career is fragile right now. Fragile. My child is in chronic pain, facing a life-altering surgery, and my mother is worried about Sierra's brand. I hung up. I've never done that before, not with my mom, not even during our worst fights. But something broke inside me during that call. A knot I've been carrying since I was a teenager, trying to be the responsible one, while Sierra got to fall apart over and over again. I texted her afterward and said, if you ever want to be a grandmother to Maddie, this is your moment to prove it. Until then, don't call me again. She hasn't replied. Meanwhile, the internet is finally catching on. Kira's been tracking Sierra's socials and sending me updates. After the charges hit, Sierra went radio silent for almost 24 hours, then posted a photo of herself crying in bed with the caption, "When people you trusted stab you in the back. Betrayal hurts worse than hate." But this time, the comments weren't just heart emojis. People started asking questions. Is this about your sister's daughter? Wait, aren't you the one who stole money for a trip? Not a good look, babe. She's been deleting comments like mad, but they keep coming. One of her old brand partners, a local boutique that used her for promo last spring, messaged Kira privately to ask if the rumors were true. Word is spreading. Finally. And while I know this doesn't fix anything, it feels like a small piece of justice. Maddie update, she's okay, quiet. She's been drawing a lot more. Her latest picture was of a treehouse in the clouds. I asked her about it and she said, it's a place where nobody can get to us. I wish I could live there with her, but we are still waiting for the new GoFundMe to build enough momentum to secure a deposit for the surgery. We're halfway there, thanks to some incredible strangers. If you're one of the people who donated after finding my post, I see you. Thank you. Truly. Next steps. Mr. Beck said the court will set an arraignment date within the next week or two. If Sierra doesn't show, a warrant will be issued. He thinks she might try to make a plea deal, but restitution is going to be part of any offer. I'm bracing for whatever Donna does next. Update 6. She showed up at my house. Crying this wasn't how I expected today to go. After everything, after the theft, the lies, the gaslighting, the TikToks, Sierra showed up at my house, unannounced, no warning, just standing on my porch at 6:30 in the morning in oversized sunglasses, crying like she was in a movie. I didn't even see her at first. I opened the door to take out the trash, and there she was, curled up on the top step like a kid who missed the school bus. It scared the hell out of me. I said nothing at first, just stared. And she pulled down her sunglasses, eyes puffy and red, and whispered, "Please, I need to talk." Every instinct in me said no. I should have slammed the door, called my lawyer. I had every right. But I looked past her, through the window, and saw Maddie still asleep on the couch, curled under a fleece blanket with her sketch pad on her chest. And something inside me softened. Not for Sierra, but because I needed her out of my yard before Maddie woke up. So I stepped outside, closed the door behind me. She jumped into this monologue like she'd been rehearsing it, said she was desperate, that she didn't mean to steal, that she thought she'd be able to replace the money before I noticed. I had this guy in LA who promised a brand deal if I could just show some lifestyle proof. That's why I went to Tulum. It wasn't even a real vacation. It was work. I thought I could pay you back with the signing bonus. I stared at her. You stole $18,000 and called it work? She started sobbing harder. I didn't think it would get this far. I didn't think you'd actually go to the police. That's when it hit me. She genuinely thought I'd eat the loss. Again. She thought she could guilt me into silence like every other time. But this wasn't $500 for car repairs. This was my daughter's spine, her ability to stand, her childhood. So I told her, you didn't just steal money. You stole time. Time we can't get back. You made my daughter think her pain wasn't a priority. You lied to her, to me. And now you want sympathy because people are finally seeing who you are? She tried to hug me. I stepped back, told her I had nothing more to say, that everything would go through the court now. Then, as I was turning to go inside, she dropped the final grenade. Mom said she might testify for me, said this whole thing has gone too far. I didn't answer. I just went inside and locked the door. I'm done arguing with people who rewrite reality to protect themselves. Later that night, Maddie said something that stopped me cold. We were having a quiet dinner, just grilled cheese and soup. She looked up from her bowl and asked, completely calmly, if Aunt Sierra says sorry, does that mean we still can't trust her? It wasn't defiant. It wasn't hopeful. It was just a genuine, confused question from a kid trying to understand a broken adult world. I told her the truth. Saying sorry is a start. But trust is something you earn, not something you demand. She nodded, quiet again, then asked if she could draw Aunt Sierra a picture. I told her she could draw whatever she wanted, but that didn't mean we were friends again. She didn't say anything back. But later that night, I found the drawing on the kitchen table. It was a picture of a girl in a lifeboat, floating away from a sinking cruise ship labeled Internet Fame. The girl had a speech bubble. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to break it. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Legal update. Mr. Beck confirmed the arraignment is scheduled for next week. Sierra will have the opportunity to plead guilty or not guilty. He says if she pleads guilty and agrees to full restitution, she might avoid jail time, but the felony will stay on her record. If she pleads not guilty, we go to trial. I asked him if Donna can really testify for her. He said, it's America. Anyone can get on the stand, but she'll have to swear under oath, and lying under oath is perjury. So, we'll see.